Back in early May, I flew down to Raleigh-Durham to meet up with Maruna for the weekend. Her nephew Rohan was graduating from college there and she wanted to attend the graduation ceremony, so we decided to make a weekend of it. The VFR flight down was pretty uneventful, but on the IFR flight back, I made a mistake that taught me a really important lesson about instrument flying. Join me for the flights there and back and the lesson I learned. I hope you enjoy it. And there's Glenn going out for a little flight. Oshawa grounded, Golf Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey at the main apron, complete request taxi to the active for a final VFR flight plan to Raleigh-Durham, Kilo Romeo Delta uniform.
Golf Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey ground, runway 12 and 110 at 6, altimeter 3024, taxi via Alpha Bravo, squawk 1210, in contact tower 120.1, holding short.
Taxi Alpha Bravo, squawk 1210, contact tower holding short, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey.
Have a good flight, come on.
Thanks, Glenn. So Glenn is a friend who also has a plane here at Oshawa, a fellow YouTuber as well. He actually had a cooking channel for a long time that did really, really well, and then, I don't know, a year and a half ago or so, he bought an old Cessna and completely refurbished it, and started a YouTube channel about flying. So you got to know each other a little bit, and it looks like he's going out for a flight at the same time.
Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey Tower, right turnout, wind 090 at 6, clear takeoff, runway 12.
Right turnout, clear takeoff 12, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey. Alright.
Foxtrot Tower Whiskey, Mike Lima is holding short, runway 12.
Oh, coming out. That's good. These are good. Airspeed's alive.
Whiskey Mike Lima Tower, line up and wait, runway 12.
Line up and wait 12, Whiskey Mike Lima.
Romeo Whiskey is on Charlie, would like to taxi Enterprise.
Thank you, Romeo Whiskey ground, taxi Bravo Enterprise.
Thank you, Romeo Whiskey, Bravo to Enterprise.
Toronto Center, Beach 24, Golf Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey.
Golf Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, Toronto.
Toronto Golf Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey just departed Oshawa at 3,100 feet on a VFR flight plan to Raleigh-Durham. Request flight following.
Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, you're identified, and what altitude are you looking for?
I would like to get for 5,000.
Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, that's approved, and you can proceed on course.
Proceed on course, 5,000, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey. Alright, we are up and clear of the coastline, just crossing Lake Ontario again. I am currently on a VFR flight plan down to Raleigh-Durham. My wife has a cousin in India, and their son is doing his master's at North Carolina State, and he's graduating. And so we decided we would go down for the graduation ceremony. We actually flew down Wednesday evening commercial because the formal graduation was yesterday. I couldn't go for that at a conference, but decided I would fly down this morning, spend the weekend with him, with them, kind of help him celebrate a little bit, and then we'll fly back together. We're going to fly back together on Sunday afternoon. The weather has been really touch and go during this whole planning process. Outside air temperatures, based on all the forecasts, we're going to be below zero up at 5,000 or 6,000 feet. You have to be up that high in order to get over the Appalachian Mountains, or whatever they're called up in Pennsylvania. And it was going to be cloudy. And so I wasn't sure I'd actually be able to go. And then I had like 6 different routes planned, both VFR and IFR, so that I could have some options and see which one was going to work best today. And as it turned out, the weather has actually cleared up nicely. We've got some clouds here at about 6,000 feet, but I'm at 5,000 right now, crossing the lake, and it's no problem. It is clear. Beautiful visibility. It's actually plus 2 degrees here right now at the 5,000, and it's going to get warmer as we go further south. So I think it should be no problem. There's a few clouds up ahead. I'll have to go around them. That should not be a problem, I don't think. I have to go down to 3,000 once I'm over Lake Ontario. So that's alright for now. So, should be a 3.5 hour or so flight, 3 hours and 40 minutes. Currently slated to arrive at 12 p.m. local time. Right now it is 8:33. Customs is expecting me at 12:30, so I'll probably be a little bit early, but that's alright. I think they give you leeway about half an hour in either direction.
Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot, Whiskey, Buffalo Approach. Say that again.
Can I get transit through the Buffalo, Charlie?
Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot, Whiskey, affirmative. Proceed direct Raleigh-Durham.
Direct Raleigh-Durham, thanks, Charlie Foxtrot, Whiskey. Currently, I mean, how far away am I from Raleigh-Durham? I don't know, long freaking way to go. 440 nautical miles. And he's cleared me direct to Raleigh-Durham. Alright. Not that I'm really going to do that, I'm going to follow my waypoints. Oh, some beautiful little clouds here. They are unfortunately right below and a little bit at my altitude. Can't go too much higher, stay VFR. So just trying to kind of bob and weave around them a little bit. If it continues much longer, I may ask for a pop-up IFR. Because it is now 5 degrees Celsius out here at 4,000 feet, so I should be able to get up to 6,000, no problem. Without icing becoming a concern. But I would probably be sitting right in the middle of the damn clouds. I guess I could get up to 8. Probably be above the clouds. Let's see what it's like for the next little while. So one of the many things that IFR rating has given is just more confidence in my radio work. I mean, I wasn't uncomfortable with it before, but you just use it so much more regularly and in a more structured way under instrument rules that you just build a ton of practice. And you just get a comfort level talking to ATC, moving from one airspace to another. I feel comfortable with it. I don't even think about it anymore. It's great. Probably a little bit closer to this one than I should be, but it's so tiny. Just a little wisp. Just a little bit of wisp. A little bit of cotton candy. Probably still 500 feet from it though.
Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot, Whiskey. Verify you're still going to be maintaining 6,500 or are there clouds out there? I got traffic at 7,000 you're headed right towards.
I was just about to call you. I was going to climb for 8,500 if that's alright.
Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot, Whiskey, Roger. Maintain VFR at 8,000 for now. The 8,500 is on request.
8,000, Charlie Fox, Whiskey. Decided to get up above the clouds. It's much nicer up here. It is 10:01. Got about 2 hours and 6 minutes to go. It was exactly a year ago today that we headed out for the Bahamas. Probably a little bit clearer this year, so it's a little bit easier. And I was able to get above them for most of the route. Plus, having my IFR meant I actually felt comfortable getting up here, because even if I got sucked in, I could get the pop-up IFR clearance and descent. Wouldn't have been able to do that last year.
Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot, Whiskey, contact Raleigh approach 132.35.
Over to Raleigh 132.35. Thanks, have a good day, Charlie Fox Whiskey. Raleigh approach, it's Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, descending through 5,800.
Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, Raleigh approach, altimeter 3023, expect vectors runway 23 right.
Expect vectors 23 right, Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey.
And Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, what altitude are you guys stopping at?
Gonna stop at 3,000.
And Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, minute altitude, maintain VFR 4,500.
Maintain VFR 4,500, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey.
8, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, turn left heading 050.
Is that for Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey?
Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, yes, fly heading 050.
050.
ATC vectored me around a bit to sequence me in between larger and faster traffic, including a couple of airliners, and then I was put on a final for runway 23 right at RDU. Raleigh is a pretty sizable airport, and it's not the only one in the region. Being part of the Research Triangle, there's actually quite a lot of traffic that goes in and out of the area, including a lot of private jet traffic. After a fairly uneventful but fun 4-hour flight down from Toronto, I put it down at Raleigh and taxied over to the signature FBO, where Oscar would be parked for the weekend. I'd arrived at Raleigh to meet up with Muna, and we would spend the next couple of days hanging out with her cousin Rohan and his friends. Rohan had just graduated from the master's program in computer science, and since his parents weren't able to make it all the way from India, Muna stood in for them at the ceremony before I got there. The rest of the weekend we just hung out with Rohan and his friends, checking out the North Carolina State campus, going to a firing range, which was a new experience for us, checking out the terrific modern art gallery out in the suburbs, and of course eating great food, including at this taco bar and my favorite, the Whiskey Kitchen, with literally hundreds of different whiskeys available. It's my own little slice of heaven. For the flight home, there were some clouds in the forecast over the Appalachians, so I decided to file IFR just in case. I'm glad I did, but I made a mistake during the departure phase that taught me a really important lesson.
November, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, you should be at 7,000. Raleigh altimeter is 3013, showing you 7,500.
3013, and descending now, Charlie Foxtrot.
Ricard 4453, Raleigh departure, radar contact, turn right, direct wolf.
Direct to the wolf, Ricard 4453.
Frontier
Damn it, letting myself get distracted by eating and stuff.
35.2, Frontier 51591.
Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, Raleigh approach, how do you hear?
I hear you, I got that 3013 descending now, sorry about that, Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey.
Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, Raleigh approach, how do you hear this transmission?
I hear you, 3013 descending now, sorry about that, Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey.
No problem, sir, that's the second time. Please watch your altitude. The center just called on that as well. Please watch your altitude. I'm now showing you 7,100 descending.
Will do, apologies, Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey.
I stupidly let myself get distracted twice. First adjusting to a vector that ATC gave me unexpectedly, and then by deciding to eat some breakfast before I had reached cruising altitude. Those distractions caused me to fly straight through my assigned altitude, and that mistake really messed me up for a while, as I beat myself up for being so stupid.
Damn it!
Lesson learned though, and I decided that until I'm established in cruise, I will not do anything other than focus on flying the plane and following instructions.
You okay?
Yeah. Just a little flustered with myself, or flustered and frustrated with myself for messing that up twice on one departure.
I was a little on edge for the next couple of hours. About halfway home though, I entered the clouds. Suddenly nothing else mattered, and I was able to completely focus again.
Charlie Golf, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, that precip I was telling you about earlier is during your 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock, beginning at 10 miles, extending 15 miles.
Alright, thanks. I'm in some really light stuff now. Does it, any reports of turbulence in there?
Charlie Golf, Charlie Fox Whiskey. Some people are deviating around some of it, lower altitudes and not others. We have a report at 5,000 feet that it's been mostly smooth through it though.
Okay, thanks. I'll try it on the setting ground. Charlie Fox Whiskey.
Before long, it was time to prepare for the landing back at Oshawa.
Alright, let's brief the plate here. I'm going to expect runway 12. Alright, so this is runway 12, Oshawa. I know the frequencies. Altitude's 4,900, MSAs are 3,100 all around. Should be entering at Olovu. So aim to be at 3,100, then descend down to 2,300 rounds, make it 2,600. Descend to 3,000, slight right turn to a heading of 032. Kipik's gonna head right 122. Should intercept the glide slope about 8 miles back from the threshold. Follow it down. Final approach waypoint is 2,100. Minimums are 709. Assuming I have LPV. If I have to go missed, I'm on a track of 122 to 3,100 to Puxor and hold there and wait for the instructions. Okay, so if we are still in clouds as I'm coming in on final, and I will tell you what I want you to do is I'm going to keep my eyes in here until we're clear of clouds, okay? I want you to keep an eye out for the runway, and as soon as you see the runway clearly and it looks like there's no chance we're going to get in another cloud before we get there, I want you to just tell me runway in sight, okay?
But it turned out I didn't need Muna's help for this one. The weather cleared up for us as we were crossing Lake Ontario, and I was able to make an easy visual approach into Oshawa. I learned a big lesson on this one, and it was a good reminder of just how important it is to be on your game and always paying attention when flying IFR, and not to let yourself get distracted by things that just don't matter. That's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and until next time, fly safe.